Hey everyone, welcome back to Colourful Indian. I'm so excited because today we're going to be getting into the Hela palette, which, as you know, was sent to me by ODEN'S as PR. I'm so excited to show you the looks that I have come up with. Yeah, this palette is really something. It is truly special and I'm so excited to show you what I've come up with. So before we get into that, if you're new here, my name is Ranita. I do makeup reviews and swatches. I like going into lifestyle sometimes as well, but of course today we're going to be focusing on the Hela palette. I have done 4 tutorials and I also have some swatches for you. So I just want to show you all of that in this video. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I'm so happy to see you here. Thank you again for taking the time to actually watch one more of my videos. I really am excited to see you here. There's so much that is going to be covered in the video today, so let's get right into it. I have to say that I just love the packaging. It is beautiful, and just look at that, just look at that. It's amazing. Very, very nice idea over there, and check these shades out. Oh my gosh. I'm in love. I'm honestly in love, completely and totally blown away by the fact that they have sent such amazing products to me. This is what it looks like at the back. Okay, so these are what the shades look like indoors, and you can already see how vibrant and beautiful they look. The shimmers are looking absolutely stunning. Even the mattes, they're just so pigmented. When I was doing the swatches, they were very buttery, and it was just very easy to do the swatches as well. So now we're going to go outside and I'll show you what they look like there. This is what the shades look like in natural sunlight. As you can see, the shimmers are just really, really beautiful. Very, very sparkly. And you can see that last shimmer right at the end over there, how pretty it is. So yeah, even the mattes are looking really, really good. So now that that's done, we're going to head over to the tutorials. But so far, I think that these look absolutely amazing. All right, so I'm going with my very first shade, which is Underworld. It's like this yellowy shade, and I'm just going to take it and put it over here, kind of like in the center. And this is my first time trying ODEN'S Eye colors, and oh my goodness, this color is so vibrant. I was really not expecting that. Wow. Okay, so I really didn't think I was gonna get that color, but it's beautiful. Just look at that. That is stunning. Okay, so I'm just gonna take it a bit down. I'm just following my bone over there. Okay, so to blend it out, I'm going in with the next shade. It's a lighter yellow, so I'm gonna be putting that on top. Okay, so now I'm going in with this shade Moss, which is kind of like a yellowy green shade. Oh, look at that. You can see such a clear difference in color over there, which is so freaking awesome. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be like that pigmented. But you can definitely see that, you know, it's a clear distinction of shades over here. So I'm just putting that over here, because I'm going to go back in with a crease. So for now, this is going to be what it looks like, and I'm going to get a darker color and transition down there too. And now I'm going in for like this very, very deep green that you can see. It's called Ouroboros, and I'm tapping that here, and oh my gosh, just look at that pigment. That is crazy. Like, that is so much. Like, I did not even pick up that much of the shade on my brush, so I'm just like, wow. Okay, so I'm taking the shade Decay now, and I'm just gonna put it over here because I just want to deepen this up a bit. And then I'm going to go in with my next shade. Alright, so I went in and I cut my crease, so I'm just taking that dark shade of green and I'm just kind of like going over all those areas because I don't want, you know, any of those marks to be there like when I go over with my shimmer. I'm just covering up some of that before we head on to the next shade. I'm now going in with the shade Golden Bridge, which looks like a... oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, like this color, just look at that. my mind is really being blown by the quality of these Oden eye shimmers. Like, wow. In all honesty, wow. That's all I can say. So pigmented, and you can see how bright that color is. I'm really impressed at the moment. Like, I'm just shocked, really. And I kind of wish that I had used this palette a lot sooner. I'm going in now with Venom, which is a super bright like green, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna rock my world. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh, these greens are just too stunning for words. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, just that pigmentation is really getting to me because it's just so vibrant. For my inner corners, I'm going in with this very light green shade over here. It's called Fluorescence, and I'm gonna just put it right over here. It's a different shade from the two that I have already used, but I wanted to include it because I just want to see what this one looks like. I mean, if the others are so vibrant, I'm expecting the same, and look at that. That is just stunning. Seriously, I'm so impressed by these shimmers. Like, this is the very first time I've ever put any ODEN'S eye product on my face, and I'm just stunned. Like, can't even believe the quality is this amazing, because it really is. So I thought I was gonna put some of Golden Bridge, but I think I'm just gonna use Fluorescence all over here. Okay, so I'm gonna take the shade Double-Sided. I saw it in the palette and it kind of looks like a pretty highlight shade, and I'm just gonna tap a little bit of it over here near my brow bone and maybe near the inner corners of my eyes, because oh my goodness, just look at that. That is like the sun on my brow bone. So basically this is what the first Hela palette look came out to be, and I basically used like 9 shades to do this because I was so excited by, you know, what I was seeing. So I just want to show you the palette. It's so pretty. I used the first top row, I used the second top row, and then I came down here and I grabbed a little bit of this shade over here as well. So honestly, the way that this palette has performed, I am completely mind blown. I think that the quality of the shimmers is just mind blowing. I think these are some of the best I've ever tried in my life. Like, they are so freaking pigmented. I'm really just stunned. And this is just with the first look. There are 7 shades that I have not yet touched in the Hela palette. However, I'm just so happy like the way that this turned out, and like I was not expecting it to turn out this way. So I just want to tell you the makeup details. As you saw from my unboxing, I got like so many things right from like ODEN'S eye. So I tried to use as many products as I can. I wanted to do like a full face look with them, and I kind of did do that. So for the blush, I used the Alva Flower blusher, which was really pretty, and I'm just going to show it to you. This is what it looks like. And that's the color on my cheeks. I did put quite a bit there. Like, I have actually not been doing blush for quite some time now, but like I love the color on my cheeks. I really do. I thought it was perfect, really beautiful, like just perfect for spring really, and it just matched so well with the lipstick as well, so I was really happy about that. And then for the highlighter, I obviously used the Alva highlighter palette that they had sent me. I used the shade Gnome. I'm just going to show you what that shade looks like. That is this bronze, yeah, sorry, this shade over here, yeah. Because like I didn't want to go for like the white and the, like this is actually a pink and there's a white. I'm dying to try Salamander like one day, but not today. And then there was Andean. So I didn't want to try these shades because they kind of come across as like more wintry, I think. And this one was like bronze, you know, like brown. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do that. And you can see what it looks like right there on my skin. It's such a beautiful color. I am so mind blown by this. I can't even believe that ODEN'S is like an indie brand, because the quality seems like like something you'd get from like a really high-end brand. Like really, I truly mean that. It is so well done. And for my lipsticks, I used 2 shades. I went in with Love Jasmine and Tulip Kiss. This is Tulip Kiss, and then I used this one as well, which is Love Jasmine. Yeah, and this is Love Jasmine right over here. So you can definitely see like where that pinky tint has come from in terms of my lipstick, and you know, the darker color that you can see on my mouth is, you know, the other shade that I have used. And you know, just look at the packaging. It's so pretty. So I love it. Like I feel like it's so feminine, and I really just love all things feminine. So totally obsessed at the moment with ODEN'S Eye. I feel like I'm going to be using this for a very long time. But yeah, first impressions are that the products are excellent. Absolutely excellent. Like, I mean, there was so much hype about ODEN'S Eye, and I think I never really like understood why. And then I put on their eyeshadows today and I saw that, and I was like, the hype is real. The hype is 100% real, and I just think that this brand deserves so much more attention, like, than it's, you know, getting. Like, I'm just like, how is this not like a major brand? This stuff is amazing. Like, this, everybody needs to know about this brand. It is so good. It really is. And I have not seen creasing or cracking in my makeup, and I'm so happy about that, because some of these brands, they have like gorgeous, stunning shimmers, and you get so excited about the color, you put it on your face, and then it cracks. Like, there'll be a crease line there, and you'll be like, oh dear God, like, what am I going to do now? But this has stayed like this. Like, I have not touched it up, by the way. I have not touched it up, and it's looking like this. I'm just like, wow, that's freaking amazing. So I'm really stunned and really shocked, but I'm so excited that I get to do this with so many more palettes, and I'm even more grateful that they've sent over like so many colors for me to try out. I'm going to be doing this like one by one in multiple videos for you guys to see. Today's only about the Hela palette, as you know, along with, you know, some of their other products that they've sent over. But the rest of the eyeshadow palettes, you will see them like in multiple videos, and I'm pretty sure that they're gonna be really fun to go through. So yeah, let's stop here, and I'm gonna go into my second look. So I'll see you at the second tutorial. But so far, I am totally loving this brand, completely and utterly. Like, wow, just wow. Okay, see you there. So the first shade that I'm going in is the shade Goddess, which is a really bright pink. So I'm going to just take it and put it over here. I'm just looking at that pigmentation. That is absolutely gorgeous. It is so pigmented. Honestly, I'm blown away once again. Okay, the next shade that I'm going in with is this beautiful one over here, and it's just so dark, so I thought it would be really nice to add it towards the ends of my eyes. I'm just gently attaching that to the pink. So now I'm going to be taking the shade Hela, and Hela is a light shade of pink, so I'm just taking that and I'm kind of putting it here in the inner corners of my eyes. However, I'm also going to be blending it outwards over there in the top, so you can see just how pigmented this shade is. The next shade that I'm going in with is Hellfire, so I'm just going to take that and I'm going to put it in the center of my lid. And oh my goodness, look at this shade. This is incredible. Honestly, every time I use an ODEN'S Eye shade, I feel like my breath is just being taken away. It is ridiculously pigmented. I wanted to just describe the shade to you. I think it's like a very light pink shimmer, and it has something like a yellow thing going on as well. So it's like a baby pink with gold sparkly, you know, shimmery things going on there too. And I just really love the shade. I think it just gives an extra pop to your eyes, so it's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm gonna go in with the next shade now. I decided to go in for the shade Complete. It's like a very dark kind of shade, but because I put Suit over there, I thought it would kind of look nice. So just adding it over here, and oh my goodness, just look at this. It's so freaking pigmented. Like, I can't get over how pigmented this is. It's just crazy. Like, I'm not even struggling to get the pigment onto my eyes. I think that's what's shocking me, because usually when you want to get shimmers, you have to keep dipping, but this is like you just run your brush over the palette once and you get this. So beautiful. So this looks like a grayish black kind of shimmer, and I don't think I've ever used this color before in my entire life, so it's so freaking cool. I'm taking Soot and I'm just running it over this shade over here because I don't want that section to just become full shimmer. Okay, so I'm adding River right over here. I don't know if it's gonna make much of a difference, but I thought I would just try it out to kind of make that black kind of color become a bit less. Okay, so I'm now going in with the shade Double Sided, and I'm putting her in the inner corners of my eyes. Hey everyone, so this is the final result for the second tutorial that we did using, you know, Hela's palette, and I just think that the look is really pretty. I used quite a few shades today in this look, and I'm just going to show them to you. So we essentially went through 7 shades. I used every single shade except for this one over here, and yeah, you know, in 2 looks I've actually managed to go through all of the shades except for one. So we're definitely going to be doing a couple more looks just to kind of play around with the colors. I want to see what more I can do with this palette aside from the obvious choices, which was, you know, the way the palette has been arranged at the moment. You know, you can see that you definitely have these choices, which is, you know, the green and the yellows, and then you can also do like the very obvious pinks over there, and you know, that's basically what I've done today. And I really love the way that this eyeshadow came out, and I added, you know, some of those rhinestones over there just for like embellishment. I just wanted to amp the look up a bit. And for my makeup details, the lipstick, I used Love Jasmine by ODEN'S Eye, this shade over here. So I used that as my base, and then I went in with Lime Crime and Maybelline. So Lime Crime is Third Eye. It's a pearly lipstick. It's no longer available. It was discontinued, and I'm not too sure about this Maybelline one. It's called Iced Orchid, and I bought this years ago, but I really love the color, and I've just left it there, and I just use it as easily more than 10 years old, but I really don't mind. So anyway, the rest of my makeup. Okay, so that gorgeous highlighter that you can see right over there on my face is from the ODEN'S Eye highlighting palette, the Alva 2. I went in with the shade Sylph, so I'm just going to show that to you. It is this one over here with that butterfly. And I really didn't want to touch the butterfly because it's just so pretty, so I was struggling to kind of maintain that, but I actually did go over a couple of its, you know, wings over there. And because of that, like when I put it on my skin over here, I saw lots of sparkly silver, you know, thingies all over my face, and I was like, oh no, like I didn't really want that. But if you actually just look at the pink shade of highlighter itself, that is, it's actually really beautiful. I really like the way that the highlighters are working. You can see the way it just glows over there on my skin, and I really like it. I would totally be able to wear something like this and go out like this too. I just really had so much fun playing with the palette today, and then of course, you know, putting on those rhinestones. Let me show you a close-up of that so that you can see what I did. Okay, so yeah, you can see, you know, this is what I've basically gone and done with my eyes. And the rhinestones, if you want to buy that, that is from Shein. And my eyeliner is actually by Avon. It's a liquid eyeliner that I was gifted, and because I'm part of the Octoly family, so yeah, they basically sent me this liquid, you know, eyeliner, and that's basically what I used to line my eyes today. And of course, before I went in with my mouth, I also used another Avon product, also gifted. It's called the lip conditioner. And I always like to moisturize my lips before I put any makeup on them, simply because my mouth gets quite dry. So that's just, you know, something I did for my face for this particular look. As for the base, the foundation, and so on and so forth, I used a combination that was Whoosh Beauty, because I absolutely love the foundation over here, the shades. I just feel like my skin has been breaking out less using Whoosh, so I really love that. And I also used, you know, NYX and a couple of other products. I will put all of the information in the description box for you if you want to get the full makeup deets. But for now, how are the shades working? Okay, so I was really blown away. Obviously, when you saw the way the shades were working, I feel this palette is so easy to work with. It's like, I'm pretty sure you saw the way the shimmer just went on in one stroke. It's like magic. I really love the way the shades are working. The mattes themselves, barely any fallout, but when it comes onto the skin, it's super pigmented, which I love. I really love. So I'm not having issues with the palette at all. And I have been wearing the look now for a couple of hours and I have not touched it up at all. So I'm actually really happy about that as well, because some products, you know, you can see that they're not gonna last after even just 1 hour. They're already like sinking into your skin, but this is lasting. So I'm going to, you know, just leave it on for a while. I really like the way that my eyes are looking and I'm very excited to do more looks with this. Let me see if I can come up with some unique color combinations that I have not thought of before. But yeah, for now, I think it's going really well. So I will see you at the third tutorial. Alright, so now we're going in with the shade Wolf, which is kind of very neutral. It's a brown, and I'm just gonna put it here in the inner corner of my eye. You can see what that looks like. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye. The next shade I'm using is Moss, just to give it a slight green tint as we go to the next shade. So I'm gonna take that about midway. The next shade is Ouroboros, so it's a very dark green. You've seen it in the other looks. I'm taking that and I'm just going to be adding that to the center and taking it outwards. Now I'm going in with the shade Suit, which is a very dark purple shade, and I'm just going to be adding that to the end of my eyes. I'm connecting it to the green as well, and I'm taking it down a bit. The next shade that I'm going in for is River. It's a really beautiful shade. I'm going to be adding that towards the ends of my eyes, towards Suit. And I'm using a packer brush, so you can see that it really blends in well with Suit. And I used a slightly smaller brush, but you know, it's still got so much pigmentation onto my eye. So I think that's the most impressive part. I'm going in with Golden Bridge, which is a golden kind of green shade, but I think it's so beautiful and I think it would be perfect to put in the center. So this is it. I decided to go in with double-sided for the inner corner. And that space is quite big, so I decided to kind of just keep it very big instead of as a highlight like in the last look. You can see it's kind of got a reddish kind of like orangey thing going on. It's a very fascinating shift of colors. But yeah, this is, you know, what it looks like, and you can also see gold over there. So I just these colors are just so beautiful. Right, so these are the final results of the third tutorial that I have done, and I had a lot of fun with it. Obviously, I wanted to kind of get into a grungier, you know, mood with the palette, and I wanted to see what I could do, and I guess the inspiration for this was kind of like greens and purples, but then, you know, I love that color Golden Bridge so much, I just had to add it onto the look as well. But I just love the way that it's turned out. The eyeshadows are so beautiful. I just think that, you know, the quality has been amazing so far. So these are the product details. So I used the shade Tulip Kiss by ODEN'S Eye. So that's this one over here. This is the lipstick, as you can see. So I put this on first. After I applied that, I went in with the Hela palette, and I basically took several colors. So I took this shade over here, that is River, and I took Suit, and I kind of like went over my mouth, you know, just to kind of like match it kind of to my eyes to get that grungier feel. And I also put a little bit of double-sided right in the center of my mouth. So yeah, that's basically how I came up with the color. I used their lipstick as my base and then kind of wanted to get it as dark as I could. Now the highlighter that you can see, which I'm totally digging right now because it's so beautiful, that is the Alva 2 again. I went in with this shade over here. It's white and it kind of has like, I can see bronze and blue, you know, specks in it as well, and it was just so beautiful. You can see what my face looks like right over here and on my nose and right over here. It is just so bright. So I'm just loving the products. Honestly, they're so good. Honestly, I feel like I could just stick with ODEN'S Eye for a very long time and I would be so happy with it because all of the, you know, products that I've tried so far are just amazing. So right, I have one more look that I want to do with the Hela palette because I have one more color combination that I really want to try out and show you guys. So let's get to that one. So I have the 4 tutorial. I'm taking the shade Goddess, which is a very dark pink. I'm going to start putting it right over here in the inner corner of my eye. You can see it's so vibrant. The next shade that I'm going in for is Hela. It's that light pink, and I'm connecting it to the first shade and taking it in the middle. And now I'm going in with the next shade. So it's going to be pink and yellow today. You can see that there's fallout over here on my eye. I'm going in with Hellfire now, which is a really beautiful shimmer. I'm putting it right here in the inner corners of my eyes. So you can see that I'm just packing the shade on, and it's really beautiful the way that it's currently working. And now I'm going in with Fluorescence. Because the yellow is at the end, so I'm just going to be kind of joining it to the matte yellow that I put down over there. Right, so this is, you know, what the final look turned out to be. I wanted to go for like a pink and yellow look. I just want to share the makeup details with you. So for the lipstick, I went with Light Peach. This is what the shade looks like. It's a very like peachy kind of neutral. Was very moisturizing on the lips, obviously very easy to put on. And I went over it with this extremely old Maybelline lipstick called Iced Orchid. I bought this in 2012 and I still love the color and I just don't want to throw this away. But yeah, that was, you know, the stuff from my mouth. And I went in with this beautiful shade over here with the butterfly. It's a gorgeous, stunning pink, and I just love the way it showed up on my face. You can see the way it's just adding that gorgeous glow on my nose here and on here as well. It works so well. I really love this highlighter palette, by the way, because now I've used it like 4 times. I'm so happy with the way that it comes out on my face. And of course, for the blush, I went in with the same blusher, which is the Alva Flower Blusher. You can see that slight pink over there. That is the Alva Flower Blusher, and it's a lovely shade of pink. I'm very happy that they sent this over to me. I've used it in all the looks, obviously, because, you know, I wanted to see how it works, but I felt like this really matches the overall look, especially because it's, you know, yellow and pink and kind of very like fairy-like, very spring-like, and I thought, yeah, this would just look really good together. And as for all of the decoration that you can see on my eyes, that's obviously from you know, Shein. I bought like a whole lot of nail art decorations from there, and I use that, you know, on my face with lash glue. And as for the eyeliner, I'm just gonna zoom in and show you the eyes. So for the eyeliner, I used one Shein eyeliner that is that bronze color that you can see over there. Like, if you're seeing my fingernail and wondering why it looks like that, it's because I jammed it in a car door. But anyway, coming back to this brown that you can see over there is actually from Shein. It's one of their multi-chrome, you know, eyeliners. Sorry, what am I saying? And this is from BH Cosmetics. Love using theirs, and Maven Beauty. You know, for my face, I actually went in with Sephora Best Skin Ever. I love this particular foundation. Like I got it a couple of days ago and it's been working so well on my skin. I just felt like I have to use it again and again. And you can see what my face looks like using it. I feel like you can do medium to high coverage with this particular concealer. I'm using the shade 33.5Y. And yeah, that was gifted to me, by the way. Now that I've actually finally gone through the entire, you know, Hela palette, and I have used the colors multiple times, my final thoughts on the palette are that it's a wonderful palette. I really am so grateful that ODEN'S sent this over to me. I love the way that it works. The colors are absolutely divine. It may look like, you know, a color story that you have seen before, but the formula is what got me here, especially those shimmers. I was just blown away when I actually started doing it. I think one of my favorite looks was probably the avocado look, you know, that yellow going into the green. I just love that look so much. I felt like I had a lot of fun using this. So, you know, like when you use palettes that just work so easily, it just works like a dream. So I really felt like, you know, that was this palette for me. And I think that it's also just beautiful, you know, like aesthetically pleasing. Like when you look at this, you're kind of just like, wow, it's a gorgeous palette. And it really is. It's stunning and I love it. So let's talk about versatility. Yes, I can use a lot of these shades as, you know, blush. I can use it as maybe lipstick as well. Like I used it in the previous look that you saw. I was able to darken my lipstick by using the purple shade in here. So this is actually pretty versatile, and you do have some nice warm browns in there. Like you've got Wolf. So Wolf was actually quite similar to my skin tone for like in some places, and I kind of felt like, yeah, I appreciate when there's a neutral tone, because then, you know, you can use it like for different purposes. So I was quite happy with that. So the formula of the mattes was generally like really good. I was happy with it. Today I noticed that this pastel shade Rebirth, which is that light yellow over there, it was definitely crumbly, you know, like very powdery, and I could see it like flying all over the place. So I think that's the only matte shade that's actually done that in this palette, but every other shade has definitely impressed me. Like I've just been very happy with the pigmentation, the way that, you know, it's all been working together. I didn't feel like this color even like dulled or anything like after many hours, because I wore some of these looks for like 3, 4, 5 hours, and you know, like it stayed on my face exactly as it was. I did not have to touch up. I really like that. There was no creasing. Also a really good point about the Hela palette. And you know, it just, yeah, it's just durable. Yeah, the eyeshadows are durable. So if you do think of purchasing this palette, I think it's perfect for spring, you know, in terms of the color story and everything. It's very fresh, and I really love those shimmers. Oh my goodness, the yellow, the greens, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And then, you know, when you come down to that beautiful like white shifty shade, it's stunning. It's really beautiful. So I think ODEN'S has done an amazing job with this palette, and I think that if you get this palette, you're gonna be really happy. And you know, their other products work really well as well. I loved their blush, their lipstick is awesome, and the highlighter palette, obviously. It was just so beautiful. Like I didn't even want to use it because it was so pretty. It's got that, you know, adorable silver butterfly like on one of the shades, and I just didn't not want to use that shade at all. But you know, I obviously had to, and you can see how beautiful it looks on my face right now. I kind of feel like it would work so well like for people that have my skin tone or similar skin tones, or just Indian skin tones in general. Like I just feel like this would work so well. Like I'm definitely a huge fan of this, like after just trying it 4 times. Yeah, so I think that that's all that I have to say about ODEN'S. I'm definitely a fan. I'm very excited because I'm going to be showing you more looks from the other palettes that they sent me, you know, in this huge beautiful PR package that just made my entire birthday month. I was so happy in February. Like honestly, when this came, I was just mind blown. But basically, I'm just really thankful to them, and I think that if you like colors, if you like very pigmented shimmers, this really is the company, you know, to go for. It is probably they probably have some of the best shimmers that I have ever tried. I was blown away by the shimmers. I really was. I'm not joking, because for me the shimmers are always like very tricky. Like sometimes companies have beautiful shades, you put them on your eye, after about an hour, you know, you can see all of those creases and, you know, like the color's already gone by the time, like, you know, you've gone out and come back home. That didn't happen with this. This was just consistent. It just lasted. It just stayed there. And that's, I think, what also blew me away, just the fact that the colors are so vibrant and then they stay on your eyes and they're still that vibrant. So I really love that about Oden's Eye. Oden's Eye's Hela palette. I really appreciated that. And yeah, that's all that I have to say about the palette. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. Let me know your thoughts on it. Have you tried Oden's Eye? You know, like, yeah, like what's your favorite palette? And let me know if you'll be trying any of these looks out. I will be back very soon with more Oden's Eye videos featuring all the other palettes, obviously, that they have sent over. I have so much that I want to do with this, especially because so many of the colors are perfect for spring, and I also have so many palettes that I purchased myself. So you obviously know that a lot is coming your way. So yeah, I hope you had fun doing these 4 tutorials with me. I will see you very soon for another video. Until then, I hope that you stay safe. Bye.